Hello, hello, crafty chicks. This is Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace, getting ready to do a live with you. And I am fighting with my camera just a tish. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Trying to get it so that you can see me and the board at the same time. But I'll admit, I'm struggling just a little bit. Struggling just a little with this right here. Say hello when you come on so I know that you're here and I know that the feed is working. Thanks for visiting here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. I'm so excited to have you. Tonight I'm going to pull some winners. We're going to pull some winners tonight because last week's Happy Mail winners have not claimed their prizes. So if I choose your name to win tonight, I'll be putting names in the basket. For every 25 live viewers, I add names to the prize basket. So you guys make sure that you do this. The more you do that, the more names go in. And I'll pull a few names tonight for Happy Mail, and hopefully those folks will see that and they will get their winnings. Hello, Miss Debbie in Massachusetts, and hello, Donna. So if you're here, thank you for being here. If you're catching the replay, thank you for catching the replay. Please let me know that. Let me know if you're new. Let me know where you're coming in from, what the weather is. Are you crafting tonight, or what are you up to? As I pull winners, what I'll do is, whether you heard your name get called or not, I am going to announce the winners and tag them inside the Crafty Chicks Club, which is my free craft community. So make sure you join that so that if you win, you know that you win. I leave the names in the basket for a long time, you guys. Like long time, these names stay in. So if your name goes in tonight, if your name went in 3 weeks ago, it's probably still in the basket. So your name could get pulled anytime. So just make sure, like I said, you get into that group. Okay, I dropped my craft mat, so let's pick that up on the floor, off the floor. And let me grab this feed. Deb's working on napkin projects. We're gonna work on a napkin tonight too. Let me grab this feed though so I can see comments from here. And then we'll be ready to get started. Get the party started. Here we go. Now I found me. Now let's see if I can get the comments. Yay, there you are. There's Miss Ruth. Brenda's joining from Southeast Minnesota. Hello, Brenda. Who else is here tonight? Jimmy is here. Hi, Jimmy in Oklahoma. Nancy is here, and so is June. Hello, hello, ladies. Okay, prize basket is here. I'm going to put it aside. We have 53 viewers, so I'm going to go ahead and grab at least 2 names. If I see that anybody offered some stars, that's just a way for you guys. It's like a little tip basket. I'm going to throw your name in the basket too. It's just my way of saying thank you. Not required at all, but if you do it, I do appreciate it. Hi, Jane in Alaska. Let me go all the way back to the beginning. First comment I'm seeing is Miss Jolene Roberts. So Jolene, she says, hello, Grace. Your name is going in the prize basket. You guys need to make sure that you say hello. There's 65 people here and maybe about 15 of you who have said hello. Make sure you say hello so that your name goes in the prize basket. I won't know that you're here unless you say something. So say hello. Tell us where you're coming in from. Brenda Edwards. Where do I find the Crafty Nest? Brenda, you found us. Brenda, you are at the Comfy Nest with Grace. And if you want to check out my website and buy any napkin bundles, you can go to that website, thecomfynestwithgrace.com. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Thank you, Kim. Kim Palmer, your name's going in the prize basket. So that's 3 people. We're up to 75, so that's perfect. Kim, your name's going in. I'll pull a couple of winners tonight, so stay tuned, guys. I'll pull them later. Jeannie Clifton just sent me some stars. Your name is going in the prize basket. She's on a 3-week streak. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, thank you. And I see Terry Nogas sent me some stars. Terry Nogas, thank you. Whoop, whoop, got me some stars. You guys, I'm saving up for a personal cutter. I've been doing a little research, trying to figure out which one to get. Lane Crockett gave me some stars. Thank you, Lane. Sometimes, you guys, I can see it. Sometimes they fly across my screen so fast I can't see it, but I just did see that Lane Crockett gave me some stars. So let's get your name in, and there's no requirement. It's like giving somebody a tip. You can buy stars from Facebook and then dole them out to anybody that you appreciate the content that they're sharing. You're welcome, Brenda. You're welcome, you're welcome. Okay. Oh, Carrie Schweiker just gave some stars. Carrie, Your name is going in, and then we're gonna get started on this project. Okay, I promise, ladies, let's get started. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate it, I appreciate it. Okay, here's what I got. My tea for two, I added 5 new napkin bundles to the website last week or the week before, and this is the tea for two bundle, and I'm gonna be working with this napkin from that bundle. Great is thy faithfulness. And I'm hoping to fit it on this little canvas panel that I got at the Dollar Tree. The panel is 8 by 8 and the napkin's a little bit smaller. So we're going to have to, we're going to have to make it up. Like the stuff around that, we're going to have to work with some paint. So this is the whole bundle though. If you like tea and you like you some teacups, that one's upside down. This is, look at how cute that is with all the polka dots, you guys. This is this bundle. This one has a beautiful set of roses in it. And another very, very pretty with the butterflies teacup. Okay, so this is that bundle. I'm going to use one of the napkins from that one. If you want to check out all of the bundles, there are some really fun and unique napkins in the bundles. You can go to thecomfynestwithgrace.com. Yes, go check them out, Nancy. Stay here for now, though, so you can hang out and watch. Okay, so we're going to use this. However, I'm going to turn, wait, let me get this camera down just a little further so you can see better. Okay, I think you can see. I'm gonna swipe. If the comments, like on my phone, the comments are in front of the project. So if they're in your way, just swipe the comments to the right on your phone. That's how it works for me. And then I can't see them anymore. And then I can see the project. The light is too bright on the project. So there we go. That's better. We're gonna shut off these lights. There we go. Maybe that's better. Okay, struggling with the light thing, but it's okay. All right, here we go. Dollar Tree canvas panel. I don't even remember which Dollar Tree I got it from, but I can't even believe it's square, which is awesome. Square panel, and I'm going to want to put this right in the center eventually, but because I have all this stuff on the outside, I want to paint that first. Now, here's the thing. My napkin, when you're decoupaging with napkins, generally the background color is what you want your background surface to be so that what you're decoupaging shows up well. Okay, so I want the words to show up, but their background color is white. And then around the edges is this beautiful, it's like a robin's egg blue kind of, with this ring around it that makes me think of a nest. And I don't want to lose the ring, and I don't want to lose that teal blue color. So let's pull this out. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you separate, because you just want the top ply. You don't want the ply. If it's a 3-ply, you want to get all 3 plies separated. If it's a 2-ply napkin, that's a little easier, so there'll just be 2 plies. I have a feeling this is a 3-ply, so I usually use my X-Acto knife and just kind of scratch at that corner to get at that second ply. And usually you can tell, the more you work with napkins, the more you can tell how thick they are and what you're looking for. All we want is this very top layer, which is really sheer. See how you can see my hand underneath it? It's incredibly sheer. So it makes sense that whatever's behind it is what's going to show. Like, I think if we put this on my checkered cutting board, you're going to see the checkers right through the napkin. Yes, you can. You can see the checkers right through it. So that's what I'm saying. Anything that's behind there is going to show up. So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking it would be really pretty to crackle this. I don't have enough napkin to go around the whole thing if I want it centered. I could put it on the lower left, and then I would have enough napkin to cover the whole thing, right? You could do that. That's an idea. And then I could put a bow up here. So I usually this is how my mind works through a project is, okay, what's more important to me? To have this all covered with like this robin egg blue color napkin, or would I rather have it like centered right in the middle? Which do I want? I think I'm going to go for centered right in the middle. Oh, look at that funky. This is, I don't know why this apron has the tie right up front, so I know that looks funky, but let me get that out of the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to grab one of my watercolor pens, watercolor paintbrushes, whatever they're called, And I'm going to first cut out or pull apart, I need more water, pull apart this napkin around these circles, okay? Because I want to get rid of the excess. And I like it to be a torn edge. I don't like the edge to be perfectly square. So even on the bottom here, I'm going to tear this edge. And so I'm going to wet it so that when I tear it, it tears really easily. So you'll see what I mean. So you'll see a wet ring around there. That's from my watercolor paintbrush. And sometimes it's easier to just take an eraser and pull. You can do it by hand too, but I feel like sometimes I have more control when I use an eraser. But it's going to give me this really pretty, natural, raw edge to the paper part of the napkin. And for me, that's easier to work into a project than a cut line from a pair of scissors. So I'm just going around and tearing away the parts that I don't want. Now the bottom's going to be a little trickier because I'm going to lose a bit of my floral on the bottom, but I'd rather lose a little bit of the floral and have that natural edge on the bottom than have the floral and have a straight edge. That's just me. So I'm going to lose a little bit of that. And I don't know, I might even lose the greenery. So you see the edge that you get is really soft and pretty as opposed to cutting it with the scissors. You totally can cut it with the scissors. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just my preference is to have a cut edge to work with. I just think it's a lot prettier. And I don't know, maybe we can keep that greenery. Maybe we can keep that. We lose a bit of the floral here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're winging it, girls. We're winging it. That's what we're doing. Hi, Miss Janet. And Judy's here from Alabama. So I did, you guys, I had some of this colored paint. I have some in my collection. I literally cannot open the jar of paint. So my family went to a wrestling match. I'm trying to grab some white. My family went to a wrestling match. I couldn't even ask one of my brownie boys to help me because I tried so hard. I put it underwater. I tapped it with the top of the container with a hammer. I tried to use my putty knife and wedge it. I couldn't get it off. So I have this darker color, like teal green, that I'm going to try to make work. And so I'm going to I'm going to take just a tish of that and a bunch of white paint, and we're going to try to make a color similar to what the napkin looks like. Aw, thanks, Debbie. I have 121 people. You guys, get us to 125. I can add 2 more names. Somebody let me know when we hit 125. I promise you we'll add more names. Don't let me forget. All right, I'm just mixing the white with this green. I'm trying to mimic the color of the napkin. So I use tinfoil a lot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming it's all ladies. If you see a guy on here, let me know. Generally, it's the ladies on here. So I'm trying to mimic. I'm trying to get this dark green to a color more like this. Okay, so all I did was took a smidgen of this and a bit of white apple barrel and mixed them together. I think I'm pretty darn close. Yep. So I'm going to come around the edges here and we're just going to paint this a really pretty soft green. And you guys, I think I'm going to leave the center white so that like that, so that we can see really well that white center of this project, if that makes sense. I should have measured it. I might have benefited to marking it off, but let's get a little bit of this painted and then we can test and see what we got. Okay, let me move this here, so you can better see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, it's such a pretty color. This is probably one of my favorites, like this really soft bluish green. I love it. I love teal anyway. Anybody else a fan of teal? Hey, why don't you guys tell me, what's your favorite color? Do you have a favorite color to craft and create with? And is it because it's the house that's dominant in, or the color that's dominant in your house? Like, do you have a color that you predominantly decorate with in your house? Hi, kitty cat. Guys, my sister's here. I had to get foil off my craft table tonight when we needed it for cooking dinner. Hey, that works great, right? They can help each other out. This is perfect. I left a white circle in the middle because I want that white to show up really well. So I left it white. You guys, I think I got it. I mean, like, I think that's going to work great. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close, the color, right? So the next thing I thought would be fun, and I haven't decided if I should do it before or after, but I was thinking I would crackle some of this, but not crackle, oh, I missed some spots. Not crackle with crackle paste, but crackle it with paint. So let me, I grabbed, you guys, I missed a bunch of spots. Let me finish this first. I grabbed my crackle stamp and I'll show you what I got. And I think I'm going to crackle the whole darn thing, even the white part, because I want that crackle to show through. All right, I got paint on my hands. See, anybody else like me? Messy crafter on board. Tweet, tweet, I'm a messy birdie. You guys, I have more fun trying to come up with little announcements when I'm going live and trying to sound like, you know, birdie talk. Birdie talk. All right, let me get that little bit of paint off me. I do too, Barbara. Isn't it pretty? It's just this color called Ocean Green. It's Master's Touch, which would be a Hobby Lobby brand, I think. You'd get this at Hobby Lobby, and it's called Ocean's Green, and I just added a little bit of white apple barrel to it to get that really soft color, and I love that color. Year round, I love that color, and I really love teal and red together. Teal, you know, soft teal and pink. Actually, that's my new logo, those two colors with some gold, but teal and red, I also love those two colors. I have a crackle stamp, Danielle, and yes, that's what I'm going to use tonight. Donna loves crackling. Thank you, Robin. Robin says sprinkles. So sprinkles means this. So if you see somebody say, I sprinkled or sprinkles, it means that they did this. They shared. We're at 133 viewers. So let me go through, pull a couple of more names from the comments. So make sure you say hello, because if I don't know you're here, your name will never get in the prize basket. So you have to say hello. Okay, I see Debbie Segna telling me we have 142 people here. So Debbie, thanks for keeping me honest, girlfriend. Your name is going in the prize basket. Whoop, whoop. Debbie's going in the prize basket. I'm going to pull a couple of names tonight because last week's winners did not claim their prizes. Some of you, two of you gals are losing out on Happy Mail because you just didn't claim your prize. Usually I announce the winner. I'll pull it on Tuesday, so I'll, I announce it on Tuesday night, but then Wednesday morning, because it's always late when we finish, Wednesday morning I post it inside the Crafty Chicks Club, and I say, hey gals, get back to me by Friday to claim your prize. Last week's winners didn't claim them, so I'll pull more winners tonight. Make sure, let's get some Happy Mail off to somebody. Okay, Gail Lynn Love, your name is going in the prize basket. I don't know what she's responding to, but she said, yep, me. Does that mean you love teal, Gail Lynn Love? I think I have two sheets there. Nope, it's just a really thick one. Your name's going in the prize basket. Yay. Michelle, I am doing a canvas. This canvas is from the Dollar Tree, and I'm using one of the napkins in one of my napkin bundles, the Tea for Two napkin bundle. I'm using this on here, but first I want to crackle this. I want to distress it and crackle a little bit. I can see as it's drying, I have a couple of light spots that I want to come in and just fortify with some more paint. I might have to mix just a little more paint. So I'm taking just a tiny bit of this. This has a lot of color, so we don't need a lot of it, right? We're really trying to wash it down or soften the color. So I added an equal amount of white, and I'm going to pull it off to the side and try to use mostly the white. And if I need more color, more teal, I'll pull in more teal. But no, I think that's good. All right, I needed to just mix a tish more to touch up a few spots here that are looking a little pale. Okay, now let's look at that crackle stamp and decide what color to stamp. I usually stamp in a color called Dove Gray, but you can stamp in black. You can stamp whatever color you want. I have like a spot right here that's just resisting the paint. I think I splashed a bit of water on it, to be truthful with you. Let's see. Okay, here's my crackle stamp. It's by IOD. It's huge. I do love it, but I actually wish it was, I'm tempted to just cut it into quarters because I like working with smaller, but you know, in their defense, IOD, this was when IOD and Prima were together. I'll show you the packaging. This is when IOD and Prima were together, but I think they've since separated. They're two different companies now, but they really focused on furniture painters. So their stamps were meant for doing the front of a dresser like that, right? So you would want it to be bigger. You wouldn't want a 6-inch stamp and try to do a whole dresser with a 6-inch stamp. So this is a 12 by 12, but for my purposes, I don't paint furniture anymore. So for me, you can see how this is plenty big for this area that I want to stamp this on. So anyway, I'm tempted to cut it down. I haven't yet, but I'm tempted. Tempted. Okay, let's put this aside while it dries and wet down. I need to wet, like, you know, get this stamp ready to go. So color. This is the color I usually use. It's called Dove Gray. It's just a really soft gray. Now, if I used black, the black would really work well with the writing on this napkin. So I could use black, but it would be much more bold, right? So I usually try to think through this. I could use black, but it would be much more bold. I also have this color, what is the name? This is brand new. It's called Watering Can, okay? So I have Watering Can, that's another option. So I usually, when I'm trying to figure out colors, I'll usually pull out the couple of options that I think, right? So I'll take out my napkin and I'm looking at these colors with the color scheme in the napkin or in the paint that I'm using to decide. I have this color too, it's called Coffee. I don't think I like the coffee, so that one I'm just immediately taking away. I just wanted to show you that this is generally how I make my mind up. Like I literally pull out the different colors of inks or stamps or paints, whether it be acrylic or watercolor, and try to figure out which would work best. I think for this one that this Watering Can, the dark gray, is going to be the best option. It's going to be a little more bold, and I'm considering adding a dragonfly. Look at that dragonfly and all the detail on it. There's 2 dragonflies in this stamp set that I just got. So, oops, it just went on the floor. Maybe I'll use one of those. Not sure yet. We are deciding as we go. Mary Grace says, use Watering Can. Kathy likes the archival gray. They're both archival, Kathy. This one is called Stays On. They're just 2 different brands. This one's called Dove Gray. This one's called Watering Can, but this one's a Wendy Vecchi from Ranger archival ink, and this one is just called Stays On. I can't remember the name of the company for this one. It's a Japanese company. It's Zunekyo. Anyway, doesn't matter. I think this is the one that you guys are voting for. That's the one I think works best. We're gonna put it on, I think, the whole thing, because I think it would be cool to have that crackle show even through. What do you guys think? Would you crackle this whole board and have the crackle show through the words? Or would you crackle just the blue part? You tell me, what do you think? Yep, I see a lot of Watering Can, Watering Can, Watering Can. Yes, Don, I think the dragonfly is gorgeous, and I'm hoping I can fit it on there. Although I also pulled, in advance, I pulled a bunch of gorgeous soft colored ribbons and lace that would also be really pretty on here for a ribbon, like a ribbon bow. We'll make a messy bow tonight, maybe. Crackle it all, Dawn says. Deb says crackle it all. Joyce Ann says crackle it all. That's what I'm thinking too. Nancy says, yep, the whole board. Oh, look it. Everybody agrees. Do the whole board. Yep. Okay, we all agree. All right. See, we're all birds of a feather. We flock together. I'm going to dry this before I do anything because I want to make sure it's dry before I go in with my, with the next step. Let's make sure this is really dry. Oh, and it really is. Okay, that didn't take long because I was chatting so much. Now I need this much stamp. I don't need to put stamp all over. I just need it here. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. I put it right on top of my board so I can see how much of this I need to stamp. And I'm going to come in, and you can do this a couple of different ways, but I want to make sure that it's actually stamping. So, because I'm cheap, I go straight to the garbage and find this is the wrapping for the canvas. I want to make sure that the ink is actually going on there. And yes, look at how pretty. You guys, it's so pretty. I love this stamp. Okay, it's really hard to see because you're looking at the ink hitting the stamp and just the high points. And I've used this stamp enough that it has some staining. Like you can see this gold on there stained. That's from me doing those hearts. So I just wanted to make sure that the ink was actually transferring, and it is. So you can do it this way. I usually think it's easier to just rub it this way, and if your ink pad is moist enough, I hate that word, you guys, but if it's wet enough, that shouldn't be a problem. It should work like that. Okay, flipping it around. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord. It doesn't really matter. It's a pattern, so there's no right or wrong way to get it on here. I just don't want to miss something, right? And it looks like I missed over here. I can see it already. I might have missed over there. And I don't even mind if it's kind of scratchy looking or it's not complete. Oh, no, it's beautiful. Oh, Lordy Lord, wait till you see. You guys, look. Crackle without having to use crackle medium, right? It's crackle without having to buy crackle medium. Oh my gosh, my phone says low power. Low power. Okay, hold on. I gotta plug you in. Hold on, I can hardly reach. Oh, there we go. I don't want to lose you. Looky. How pretty is that? Look at that gourd. It looks like texture. It's just paint. So there's nothing. I love texture. I love bumpy, wrinkly. I love the look of texture. But this is not texture. It just looks like texture because it's stamped on there. Look at that. So pretty, right? So that's just going to give this outside part of the canvas especially, because we have all this gorgeousness to look at with the napkin design, but it's giving the outside of the project just some visual interest. Makes it look old and decrepit, which I love. And because the napkin is so sheer, when I decoupage this on, the crackle is going to show right through this white part, all of it, but especially the white part is going to be easier to see right through the napkin. So we're going to decoupage this on next. And then we'll decide whether to add a bow or to add a dragonfly or what we want to do. Now I could, if I wanted to add a dragonfly up in the corner, I could think about pulling this down a little, but now my circle's right in the middle. So I'm kind of committed. I'm kind of married to that decision right now. Because if I come down low, that's going to be all goofed up. I could come as low as the napkin goes because I still have white behind, and that would leave, where's my little stamp set? That would leave room for one of these stamps up here. But I don't actually mind stamping on top of the napkin once it's decoupaged on. So let's get this in here. How are we doing? Nancy, it sure is. I think it is. If you check out my sister-in-law's store, blendedvintagemarketplace.com, she owns a store in Westfield, Massachusetts. You could always go see her. She is an IOD dealer. You have to find a dealer, as far as I know. Or, you know what? I've seen some IOD stamps on Amazon. So check Amazon. Actually, this one might be in my Amazon store now that I think of it. Generally, you have to find a dealer. But I think this one is in my Amazon store. So you go to my Amazon store and grab it. Yes, I think so. Dawn says, see, the dragonfly will look good even if it overlaps the napkin. I agree. Janice, you can get the napkins on my website, thecomfynestwithgrace.com. I have 5 new napkin bundles, and I had 3 before. So there are 8 unique, different combinations of napkins available on my website for you to choose from, and they're all fabulous. They really are really great. One of them is called, I think I called it, did I call it Sassy Critters? One is called This is the Tea for 2 bundle. I have some Fabulous Florals is a bundle. What else do we have? I gotta think. Oh, girls, I can't think off the top of my head. I have, oh, the Love Bundle. I have like 2 or 3 of the Love Bundle sets left. I can't remember. You'd have to go on and check them all out. They are fabulous, I promise you. Let me grab my napkin decoupage medium. Let me grab it. I gotta find it, girls. I do like my napkin decoupage. I just gotta find it in this pile. You guys, when I tell you, this isn't even all of them. These are all decoupage mediums, and this one isn't. These 2 are not. These are all decoupage mediums, and I most often use this. So when I tell you, I love to try and test out different products to be able to report back to you guys, especially those in my membership groups, either my Craft Crate or Craft Therapy Club. If you're in one of those groups, I love to test stuff out, and I always test stuff out before we do the projects that I put together for you guys and plan for you guys who are in my membership group, because I want to test them out and to give you the best value for your money. There's nothing more frustrating than buying something and then it not working. And I struggle with crackle mediums. I really struggle to find crackle mediums that work well. And with decoupage mediums, Mod Podge is the most popular. It's the one I like the least. When I'm working with napkins, I really love this one. It's specifically made for napkins. Now, I got it off the DecoArt. I just went to DecoArt. You can go to their website. That's where I got it. If you want to find some. If you work with a ton of napkins, I think it's worth it. If you don't want to have 6 different bottles of decoupage medium like I do, you can water down your Mod Podge to get the same effect. This is not clumpy at all. It's nice and thin. It's easy to work with. That's why I prefer it. But I love to be able to test stuff out for you guys so I can tell you, and then you don't have to worry about buying 6 different bottles of decoupage medium. I'll do it for you because I love it, and I feel really committed to sharing that information with you guys so that when you do your project, you have the best success possible. That's my goal for you, because I want you to feel really encouraged and happy and joyful when you do your projects. I don't want, especially if you're just a beginner, I don't want you to be discouraged or overwhelmed by the market, because there's so much out there in the craft world. Hi, Gannon Mannon. This is kind of a critical moment in my crafting, Gannon. If you can wait 1 second, I'll take a hug goodnight. Gannon's coming to say goodnight, I think. Is that what you're doing, babe? Okay, just hang tight, bud. We got the decoupage medium on, and we got to work with it while it's wet. Gannon understands, I think. I'm going to just use my brush. This is how I like to do it, because I don't mind me some wrinkles, because I love the texture of the wrinkles, so I embrace them. All I'm doing is pushing the napkin into the wetness of the decoupage medium. Okay, very gently. I always miss my edges. Where's Christina? Christina, my girls from my Craft Therapy Club who spend mucho time with me, they know from inside the group, I always miss my edges. I always do. I just don't ever put enough. It's just me. It's just what I get. It's just part of who I am in my crafting world. Okay. So it's okay. You can just always add. I start from the middle and then I go out, and you can always add more. And with whatever bubbles you do end up having, like I have one right here, when I go back with my decoupage medium over the top to seal it, that will all fall into place. So we don't have to worry about that at all. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely seamless, and it looks like it's part of the paint job. Wait till you see. Gannon, come give me a little huggle buggle. My Gannon's waiting for a hug. Hi, Cindy. Oh, hi, Cindy in Illinois. My Gannon's not feeling very good, guys. I gotta give him a hug. Good night. God bless you. I love you. I hope you get a good night's sleep, Bug. My Ganny's sore throat is back. The edges, Christina. Me and the edges. I'll never get them right. Oh, Auntie Kathy says hi. He says hi. He's like in the kitchen. He's far away now. Hi, Kathy in Missouri. Me too, Christina. I love decoupaging with napkins. Wait till you guys see this. You saw how fast and easy that was, right? Now, I will tell you, when you're working with napkins, don't get discouraged, especially when you're first using them, because they're so thin and fragile. But once you understand how to place them on and use them, look at this result, you guys. It looks like one. Do you see how the crackle that we put on the board underneath the napkin, it shows right through. It shows right through. Now, when I hold this from afar, when I hold this here, you cannot see my edges at all because I tried to match the paint with the color of the napkin, which is a really soft, like, it's this color. It's like a really soft teal almost. But if I hold it really close, you're going to be able to see this. Watch. I'll hold it really close. It's like revealing your makeup secrets, right? So look at, if I hold it really close, you can see the edge of the napkin there. It's kind of just on the outside of the ring. Here you can really see it because I have a really big blip in the napkin right there. But like I said, that edge that's peeking up right here, I'm not worried about that at all because I can, when your napkin is wet and you've just placed it down, just leave it. It's tempting to go back over that and try to get it to stick down, but don't do it. It's really fragile and it's wet now, so it's going to tear really easily, like when I used my water brush to tear it so I could get those nice edges on it. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to tear really easily on you if you keep monkeying with it. So let it dry and then go back with a little bit of your decoupage medium to fix that. But you can kind of see my edges. You can definitely see that blip right up here. But that will disappear when I put more decoupage medium on the top to seal it. And every decoupage medium that I have met is a glue, sealer, and a finish. So you use it as your glue, and then you also use it on top to seal your project, okay? Do you guys like it? Look at how fun and fantastic that is. And easy. You saw how easy and fast that came together. Oh, Joey Sand says, no need for a dragonfly. Vote. I love asking you. I love asking you your opinion. Would you add a dragonfly? What would you do? Tell me, girls. I love it too, Darlene. Thank you. That's Crackle Stamp is awesome, but I will tell you guys, there are other stamps that are Crackle that are much smaller. So the IOD stamp truly was made for people who are painting furniture. If you are not doing walls, if you're not doing furniture and cabinets with Crackle, I would highly suggest you, if you're doing little projects, to get a littler stamp, because this is a little harder to work with when you're doing little projects. It really is up to you. There's no right or wrong. This is definitely more expensive than a smaller stamp. Just do a little research and look for Crackle stamps. You're gonna just Google shopping for Crackle stamps. This one is definitely in my Amazon store. I'm sure of it now that I'm thinking of it. But I do have some really small ones, and I don't recall what the brand name is on them, but I'm sure I got them off Amazon because I do a lot of my shopping on Amazon just because I live 90 miles from all the hobby stores. No dragonfly. Donna would add a dragonfly. Holly loves the napkin. This one is in the T for 2 bundle. The T for 2 bundle, this one here. Show the dragonfly to see how it would look on. Okay, Cindy, so there are, in this set of stamps that I got, 2 dragonflies, a big one and a little one. Let's pull both of them out of here. I just got these 2 in the mail, so I haven't used them yet, but I used the other ones. I'm looking for the Project Girls. Where did I put it? I might have sent it in the mail. I think I sent it in the mail to somebody. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is it. This stamp is from the other set that I got this weekend. Well, all of these are. All the butterflies, all the dots on that one are from that other set. And the detail on this is just gorgeous. Wait till you see these wings on these dragonflies. Look at how big that is too. He even has some numbers on his wing, which I love. It's just so unique and different. Look at it. They're like translucent. So that's one of them. The other one is smaller. So the other one might be more appropriate actually, because it's a little bit smaller. I don't know. What do you guys think? So I have a big one and a small one. And I think I would just do one or the other in a corner. Dragonfly, no dragonfly. If you vote for dragonfly, would you do the big one? Would you do the little one? I love asking you. I love asking you, and I love to hear from you with your opinion. And I constantly remind you guys that there is no right or no wrong to the way that you answer that question. That is the beauty of being creative. It's your choice. It's your project. It's your choice. You do what makes your heart happy, what makes your little eyes happy when you look at it. It just brings a smile to your face. It brings joy to your face. Or if you're making it as a gift for somebody and you know it's just going to make your sister so happy to get it in the mail, you do you. Like you do whatever makes the most sense to you. But we could do a big one. And actually, she could be facing either way, but I do kind of like it facing that way. Or we have the little one up in a corner. What do we think? What do we think? Ooh, I don't know. I like it, girls. I kind of like it. Let's see what you guys think. But there's no right or wrong. Don't ever be afraid when I ask you what you think. Even if everybody says blue and you say red, it's totally cool. Like, that's the best part about it, that everybody has a different opinion. That's the best part, truly. Peggy says it looks great just like it is. Madeline says add the dragonfly. If you're going to do a bow, don't do the dragonfly. Right, Jeannie. Jeannie's right. Either the bow or the dragonfly, but not both. Let's see. Judy says no. Barbara says, I would add the dragonfly, but she's prefacing that with, I love them, but I love them. Show us the stamp on the plain paper first. Kathleen, I could do that. How do you get to your Amazon store? Abby, the Amazon store, let me get you the link. Somebody always asks this question. So let me just go and get you my link. There are some nights that it comes to me faster than others. There it is. There's my link. Oh, hang tight now. Copy. I'm going to put it right in the comments, you guys, for you right now, the link to the Amazon store. So you can go check it out, okay? The link to my own store where you'll get the napkins is in the description of this video. It's just thecomfynestwithgrace.com. That's all you need. That's where you need to go. Debbie says, just hopped on, definitely watching the replay. I love this. I found some cute napkins at Dollar Tree and Party City. So listen, I have used Dollar Tree napkins in the past, but I will tell you, when you buy Dollar Tree napkins, they generally are a different, the napkins generally aren't as soft. I don't know why, but that's generally the case. The ink in them, okay, the detail that you get generally isn't as detailed. It's just not as detailed. And usually you don't get 4 panels with them. Usually you get 2 panels with the Dollar Tree napkin. With most of the napkins that I put in my bundles, you're going to get 4 panels to work with. So 4 decorative panels, almost all of them. This napkin is an unusual one and you only get the 1 panel, but most of them, when you open them up, you get 4. Dollar Tree napkins are awesome because they're really inexpensive. But the nice thing about the bundles is when you buy a bundle from my site, you're getting 4 themed napkins that are not the same. And usually, or you're getting some, like this set has 5. Most of my sets have 8, 10, or 12 napkins in them. This one happens to be a smaller one. It only has 5. It's called Tea for 2. But with 5, napkins, or say like if you have 10 napkins and each napkin has 4 panels, you're getting 40 panels to work with, which you have to think that through too, because if you buy a set of 16 or 20 napkins, do you seriously need 40 roses? I usually buy them and then I'll use the other ones in the kitchen because I only need 1 or 2 napkins to decorate with. And then you can use the other ones in the kitchen for when you're having snacks or having dinner, right? Because you can only use so many of them. So that's what I love about the bundles, is you're getting a huge variety of gorgeous, high quality napkins that are really unique. I do work really hard. It's my joy to source them out and find them for you guys to make them really unique bundles. It's too pretty for a messy now, like a dragonfly. Hi, Valerie from Maryland. I'm not sure what you mean for a messy now. Maybe that's just a typo. Connie loves the butterflies. Oh, thanks, Connie. He's super cool. Dragonflies are my thing. Do the smaller one. Maybe put the small one on. Jen says the small one. Barb says no. Brenda says no, no, no. Not just no, but she says no, no, no. Brenda says no, no, no. It makes me think of the little finger wagging. No, no, no. Barbara likes the smaller one. Connie likes the smaller one. Let's do, I'm not going to do a bow. If I do, we wouldn't do a bow. And actually, I actually like this better plain. I don't think I would put a bow on it with or without the dragonfly. I don't think I'll put a bow, although I could use some of these gorgeous like ribbons that I have to hang this, right? I could use one of these gorgeous ribbons that I pulled to hang it, but no, I don't think I'll be doing a bow. I pulled out some beautiful laces and stuff, but I just think with the crackle, it doesn't really need a whole lot more. I'm just trying to decide on the dragonfly. So let's do this. This was a little card. Showed you guys how to make these little burlap. I gave, tried it out for myself the other night. Showed you how to do it. Let's do this dragonfly. Let's do both of these next to each other so we can see what they look like. It's my first time using them. So let's get them on this scrap paper and just see what they're gonna look like when they're stamped out. I'm gonna make room for both of them. And hopefully I put enough ink on here. Oh, you guys, the detail on this. Look at the detail. That one's really big. That one's really big. And that one, I love that it has the numbers on the wings. This one has some writing behind it. Okay, so this one's a little different too. And I love this kind of stuff, you guys, because I am like a huge fan of mixed media. I'm a huge fan of mixing things up and things being a little unique and different. I don't necessarily need everything to be perfect, and I do like things a little wonky. This one's really pretty too, you guys. That's beautiful. The big one though, look at those wings. Holy, they're kind of translucent. I don't know. What do you guys think? I can't decide. Let's turn her around. Let's turn her around and let's see. Let's do the little one. A lot of you said if you're going to do it, do the little one. So let's do the little one. And maybe I leave this crackle alone. Should I put it down here? No. No. Let's put it up in this. For some reason, I'm feeling like this corner should get it, but I don't know. Could go there. I think I'm going to put it kind of coming over the ring a little bit. Listen, here's the other advice I have for you guys. Don't overthink this stuff. Like, just let it be fun. Don't kill yourself with all these details. Like, seriously, just have some fun with it. All right, little dragonflies going on. It is very faint because remember, I use the same color and the crackle is pretty bold. So it's kind of faint on there. I wish I had positioned it like a little bit more to going that way, but it's still, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, now we definitely, okay, clean your stamps, easy. I just use a baby wipe, and this archival, if you clean it up right away, this archival ink comes right off if you do it right away. So I usually just use a baby wipe on these stamp pads and clean them right away. Then I can put that away in a minute. But I do definitely want to top coat this with my Mod Podge or decoupage, whatever you're using. I happen to be using the Deco Art. decoupage napkin. So I'm going to go back in with this. I'm going to top coat this. Now, actually, this one doesn't say if it's matte or if it's gloss. The matte one from Mod Podge is more like a satin finish. This one actually has a bit of a satin finish too, this decoupage napkin. The one I'm going to use though, you guys know I love so much. Hang tight, I'm just going to reach down here and get it. This is the other one from decoupage that I love. It's a crystal glitter decoupage medium, so I always use it as the top coat if I do use it. And it gives a crystal, there's an ultrafine crystal glitter inside the decoupage medium. So I'm gonna put this on the top as my top coat, you guys. And a nice big brush so I can do fewer strokes. Yeah, so some of you said use the small dragonfly. Some of you said no dragonfly. But this is the thing. It's totally your choice. When you do your projects, you do you. You will hear me say that all the time. You do you. You get to decide glitter or no glitter. You get to decide dragonfly or no dragonfly. If you're going to work with stamps, just make sure that the ink that you're using is archival quality. You want it to be permanent. You don't want it to, when you come back on with your top coat, you don't want it to smudge and smear. So you want to make sure that you're using a permanent ink, okay? If you don't use permanent, you're going to get lots of smearing on your project. Now, all I have to do is come back over this. And you want to do this because you're working with a napkin, and your napkin will absorb anything that it touches that has moisture or oils on it. So if you grab this to show it to somebody and you have just put hand lotion on or something, and you touch that napkin and it hasn't been sealed, something like that may leave a mark on your napkin on your project. So it's definitely a really good idea to seal it. It's really wet and it's going to be hard to see the glitter from where you're sitting, but I'm going to see if I can't get you a glimpse at, usually when I hold it back further, actually, it's still wet. So it's going to be kind of in this corner, but I think what you're seeing is the wetness. Let's dry it and see if we can see that glitter. Bought St. Patty's Day napkins at the Dollar Tree, and there's only one panel. So see, that's the thing. I make sure, you guys, I have sent napkins back. I have ordered them and sent them back because they don't have enough panels. I did keep this one, this Great Is Thy Faithfulness, because the colors are just so gorgeous, and I loved the phrase, the Bible from Lamentations, and I wanted it to go with that Tea for Two bundle. But normally, and actually, when I have had napkins that only have 2 panels, I usually send 2 of them in the bundle because I like for you to get 2 or 4. I like for you to get 4 panels with each design. So just keep that in mind. I definitely go for really high quality napkins. You're not going to get Dollar Tree napkins in my bundles. You just won't. That's not where they're coming from. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with Dollar Tree napkins. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when you shop at thecomfynestwithgrace.com, that's not what you're getting. Okay, there's that glitter. Can you see it? It's like an opalescent glitter in the paint job. Can you see that, you guys? See it? It's so pretty. It's just really light too. And it says right on the bottle, the more coats of this you put on, the more glitter you're going to get. So if you're a real big fan of glitter, again, it's on it's on this same website. It's on the decoart.com website. I got both of these, and these are the 2 that I used tonight. I use this one to glue down the napkin, and then I use this one as my top coat because it has the glitter in it. This is the kind of thing that goes in the mystery grab bag bundles that I sell on my website, thecomfynestwithgrace.com. You can buy a mystery grab bag. It has like 45 feet of ribbon. It's a variety of 15 different yards of ribbons. You get 12 pieces of 12-inch scrapbook paper. Decorative scrapbook paper. You're going to get a bundle of 10 napkins from my napkin bundles. It's a variety pack, plus all the other stuff that you get in that bundle. So when I send those out, I always send them with one of my finished projects. And so this might be the type of project that would go in one of those mystery grab bags. I sent 2 of those out today to 2 of you. Yours are on the way to you. Let me see if there are any questions, and then we'll go ahead and grab some names from the prize basket. Darlene says she loves it. Carrie says it's so good. Do we use your discount code when we order napkins? Gail, if you are in one of my membership groups, if you are a My Craft Crate subscription member, or if you're in the Craft Therapy Club, those are the folks, those are the ladies who get a discount code. They each have their own discount code that they can always use on my website to order anything they want for a discount, even the apparel, even the shirts and the hats and all the jazz. I'm so glad you like it, Jan. Lorraine says it's beautiful. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy says the same. Donna says, I think it turned out well, even though I would have used the bigger dragonfly. And that's the beauty of it. You do whatever you want. And actually, I think that dragonfly would have looked really good if it was jet black, because it would really have popped up. Sue, go back and watch the replay. I appreciate you being here. Hello, hello. I used a crackle stamp to get the crackle. I used a crackle stamp. It's a big old crackle stamp. All right, let's pull some names. I'm gonna pull, whoa, that almost fell on the floor. I better bring it with me so it doesn't fall. Crash, boom, bang always happens over here. Okay, I'm gonna pull 2 names. Last week's winners of Happy Mail, which is basically a mini grab bag. So I sell these mystery grab bags of supplies, craft supplies, on my website. And the Happy Mail that I give away is basically a mini version of that, okay? So they get the ribbons, they're gonna get some napkins, they're gonna get some scrapbook paper, plus some other goodies to craft and create with. Last week's winners did not claim their prizes. If your name is drawn, either you need to claim it here, but make sure you get me your mailing address and your email address. I will tag you inside the Crafty Chicks Club, which is my free craft community. So make sure you go on over there and join. Okay, first winner is Brenda Edwards. So Brenda Edwards, whoop, whoop, Brenda Edwards just won some Happy Mail. I'm going down to the bottom. Whoa, we don't want to lose anybody. Making sure they're all mixed in. Now these fell on the floor the other day, so we know they're mixed well. Next winner is Maggie Stewart Papachek. Maggie Stewart Papachek. I hope I'm saying your name right. Brenda and Maggie, I want you to just message me, please, with your email address and your mailing address so I can send you some Happy Mail. I will tag them both in the Crafty Chicks Club just in case they're not here. You guys, thanks for being here. Thank you for doing this. You are helping me so much as a small business owner by introducing me to other people by just hitting that little button. So I appreciate that support so much. You guys have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm here every Tuesday for late night crafting at 9 p.m. Central. And I've been trying to just come live intermittently on the page other days as well. So just stay tuned and make sure you change your notifications so you don't miss out on any of the wonky and crafty goodness. Take care, you guys. Bye.